Hi, good morning. Good afternoon. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is Minister Denny, and one of my friends sent me a lovely piece this morning to speak on. It's a poetry done by two young ladies, and I wanted to share it with y'all. Actually, this is the second time attempting to do a video on it. This is Nazareth, the online church, and today we're going to talk about the Beehive. Um, to be quite honest with you, the first time I saw it, I was appalled at it because I was like, why are these two women putting down men? Because as the male, I'm tired of being put down as a good father and a good role model in society. So when it comes to that sort of thing, I'm very, 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 very upset when I hear women speak messages that are unbalanced or that I find unbalanced. You understand? Without it's a word I'm looking for that, without bringing, let me say a balance for no. That word could come, but without bringing sort of, you know, without putting all men in one category, basically. You know what I mean? I don't want to be ever put or placed in a category of one that does molestation, rape, or any of these things, horrendous acts that males do. I tell people my story, and my story is that if a woman can decide to say, well, I'm not interested, I've been told that many times and have no problem with it. If you make a sexual advancement towards a woman and she says, well, she stops you, she says, well, for right now I go about a boyfriend, or for right now I got a husband, um, and you still pursuing, right? I think that that's wrong. You know what I mean? But we have so much things in society that are wrong nowadays within the black community that I want to address at my church, the online church of Nazareth. See it there? One of these years, my church is gonna look like this, in this building right here, right? As distinguished as ever. But anyhow, let's go to scene 2, and I'm just gonna shift momentarily to the video at hand, and hopefully OBS will work with me and it will have no problems while I'm doing this. So here we are.
Ashley, you ever read the comment section when a young girl go missing? It is always the same refrain. She gone by a man. She gone by she man. She gone by she man. And it doesn't matter if she is. She could be 11 or 16. The refrain is the same thing. She gone by a man. And it doesn't matter what she was wearing or where she was last seen. All that matter for the people Barbados that she out there getting dicky. And well, some people could say that she born with and that is she parents, but you don't find it real strange how much young girls missing nowadays. Whether there was at school sports or there was at World Cup, real young girls missing, and the only thing that they're just saying is that they're in a sexually compromising attention. And some of these youngsters need help, and they can't escape. If you talk to them, the last thing on their mind is Mr. Dick. Yes, that's why it's come in the comment section.
Because the only way you can know what's going on is if you come in the comment section, right?
And you know the comment section is how we know what happening in the nation. One young girl come to the comment section and say, yeah, I'm missing. Frankly, my uncle is in interfere with me. And I'd rather stand in the streets than live in there. And listen, Ashley, she said the mother know what she does do because she's candy hush money and gonna get you here too.
Don't find it. I'm feeling secure in all that spring danger. Yeah, fight is always away from people that know.
When you see a young boy missing, guess what your friend is being? Justice!
Justice for shot is always either silence or pray for protection. That is madness, honestly. Justice for shot. He ain't deserve that day.
Oh Lord Jesus, that little boy deserves to go that way.
These people in this country so wicked. And if he is returned dead or alive, you know what we're hearing?
Justice. Oh Lord, have mercy. You really need to pay attention to the pattern of this behavior, where little children mingle with these sick predators.
It is not okay for there to be an event and people betting on how much little children they get kidnapped.
You realize that a little girl missing. So you ought to shame these little girls protected with a man,
but do not shame these men for
protecting
taking
little girls.
Mm-hmm.
And if they be home, turn home and scream rape, you never believe them, and you're left to wonder what the hell is that.
Whether you're a mother,
Father,
aunt,
really
pay attention to what's really going on in our country
and study the pattern in which our young girls go missing.
and then the next time when you see a young girl,
Boy,
woman,
or man,
go missing,
take time
and think about the situation.
in the comment section.
Right. So I want to big up Poetry Barbados, first of all. The two young ladies, that is Cerezus and LaShawna Griffith. I think that they did a good job. It was the March 21st at the Cricket Legends. And they did pretty well on TikTok. They had a lot of views. So it really touched a lot of people when they did this poetry, this poetic stuff. I'm also an artist too. And I'm glad that this was sent to me this morning because this is going to be my focus today. One is Ashley Cerezus and one is LaShawna Griffith. Alright, so big up the two of them there. Yeah, big up the two of them. Yeah. Alright. Let's go back to our OBS. Right. So we are now back to our OBS. Let's go back to our main camera. Yes, and go back to my presentation. We're back at my presentation. And today's presentation is Unplugged Ministry of your host, Minister Denny, the Beehive. And as we were listening to Ashley's and the other woman's presentation, I really forgot the names. Anyhow, as we were listening to that poetry just now, I want to put my 2 cents worth in it. So this is a beehive, and this is a wasp. So that wasp is me today, and this is the beehive. But I want you to pay attention to what Ashley, and sorry if I forget the other name, because I don't call it so, but sometimes the brain don't work so good. But some of the crimes or some of the things that they were talking about were actually perpetrated by females. Do you realize that it's females who take hush money and not males? It's females that take hush money, you know? And I don't think there's males that go to the comment section and say they must be gone by a man either. Even though that's be the case sometimes. I don't think it's males that go to the comment section and say they're gone by a man. I think the people who are most vocal right now in society are females. The beehive. See the beehive? I pray today that me, the wasp, that yet to land on the beehive, wouldn't be eaten alive. You know? I pray that today. You know? So let me start to discuss what I think about Barbados and the current situation of Barbados. Now that I have fully listened to the message in the poetry, I think black people have moved away from the village mindset we used to have one time. We are no longer a village. We are no longer a community. As she was saying, right? As one of my friends were saying, the same young lady that sent me the video, other races will come out and look for those who are missing. We are the majority in this country, and other races will come out to look for people who are missing or hurt, because that's what a community does. But you know what we have become? We have become a community of jokers, to be quite honest with you. We have become a community of toxic people. Black people have become toxic, and we love toxicity. You understand? That's why we spend all day long watching Love and Hip Hop, a ridiculous show that promotes bad behavior in women, right? Bad behavior in women. I just want to read something about that bad behavior from the Bible, and I'm looking for my phone. Where is it? My phone is down here. Yeah. Initially, when I first started the video, I had chosen Esther 1 to preach about this morning as a part of this presentation that I'm doing right now on the Beehive. Now, I want you to listen to I want you to um I want you to listen to this story in the Bible. Now, you may come across me online. You don't have to be a Christian to understand what's going on in a story. You understand? You just gotta use your common sense and you can pick up what's going on. But I'm gonna read it from my phone and I'm gonna put it up on the screen. And we're gonna read about Queen Vashti, right? And we're gonna deal with that there too as we try to land on the Beehive. You know, Beehive is a funny place to land on because you get ripped to shreds whenever you got to talk about anything that addresses women in this country as well, or addresses women in the whole, right? So let's read from the Bible about a scenario that happened after we now watch the poetry. Let's read from the Bible. So let's start it here and put it. I'm gonna put Esther 1 on the screen. I guess you can see it, so I can know a window projector. I tell you, keep praying for me to get better software. Alright. So I'm reading. And it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus, this is Ahasuerus which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia, over 107 and 20 provinces. So this man's kingdom was fairly big, right? Very, very big. To reign from India to Ethiopia, that means he was even reigning Gaza across Israel then, to reign that far. Called, I think Ethiopia somewhere in the Horn, Africa. But yeah, this man is reigning over a big territory. Anyhow, let's keep on reading. That in those days when the king Ahasuerus sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan the palace, in the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all the princes and his servants, the power of Persia and Media, the nobles and the princes of the provinces being before him. He was a Persian king. And media, not social media, but media. That was also a place too. When he shewed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty many days, even 180 days, and when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan the palace, both unto great and small, 7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace. So my man, but they having a big, massive party. Big, massive party for himself, celebrating his kingdom, his provinces, all of that. They were white, green, and blue handings fastened with cords of fine linen and purple to silver rings. My man was decked out. Pillars of marbles. The beds were gold and silver upon a pavement of red and blue and white and black marble. And they gave their king them drinks in vessels of gold, the vessel being diverse one another, and royal wine in abundance, according to the state of the king. And the drinking was according to the law; none did compel. For so the king had appointed all the officers of his house, that they should do according to every man's pleasure. Also Vashti the queen made a feast for the women in the royal house, which belonged to King Ahasuerus. On the Sabbath day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, Bicta. If I call any of these names wrong, please do not crucify me. Harbona, Bigata, and Albagatha, and Zethar, and Charcus, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Ahasuerus the king. So these men served in the presence of the king. But Queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment by his chamberlains. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him. Boy, that man get real angry about that, boy. You know, it's a king summoning a woman, and the woman refused, the queen refused to come at such a big banquet, a big feast, a big party, a big extravaganza like that. She refused to come. I can tell you into the poetry now, right? For the Beehive, you know. This little Wasp, no lamp on the Beehive, right? Anyhow, then the king said to his wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner to all that knew the law and the judgment. So the king depended on his wise men for counsel. That's what that's meant. Let's carry on. And the next unto him was Kashina, Shetara, Amana, Tashisha, Meres, Messina, Makukas, the 7 princes of Persia, and Media, which saw the king's face, which sat the first in the kingdom. So imagine this is like you boss man, something happened wrong at work, and the boss saw it, and everybody that looking at the man could see he saw it. And it ain't good to go a man that in authority in a sour mood because he was sending you home, he was sending home somebody, or in back in that time, that man could ask for somebody, hey, just for being all set on that day alone. Anyhow, let's continue. What shall we do unto Queen Vashti according to the law? Because she hath not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus by the chamberlains. The woman refused to come. Begging about King she's the queen of Persia and Media. And the queen of Persia and Media took it upon herself not to turn up at the banquet that the king was holding. But she very rude to herself. Like some women that dwell in the Beehive. Very rude. Anyhow. And Memucan answered before the king and the princess Vashti. This is the man talking now. The queen have not done wrong to king only, but also to all the princes and to all the people that are in the provinces of King Ahasuerus. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, not only to the ones in Persia and Media, but to all women, A-double-L, all, right? So that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes, and it shall be reported the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not. Basically, what's going down there now is, look, if you don't deal with this thing properly, this can affect women all over the place. All over the place, women can start to behave badly, and they ain't gonna want honor men no more. And that is the problem in our society. You understand? We got a bunch of women that don't honor men no more. You understand? Good men. Likewise, shall the ladies of Persia, Media, say this day unto the king of princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen, thus shall they arise too much contempt and wrath. So basically, all the women can start to behave one way. Are we not seeing this in our society today? Ask yourself that question as they read this. Are we not seeing this in our society today, where all the women seem to be behaving the same way? I want to land softly on that Beehive, because When you try to bring truth to the beehive, you know what's happened? You know what's happened? The beehive is lash out. Right? When you tell the truth, the bees start to buzz. One sting. You understand me? But good thing is a wasp. It eat bees. For dinner. So that way land as a wasp. You understand? I ain't landing nothing else that they can handle. I landing as a wasp in the spirit. You understand? It's a wasp in the spirit. So they may able to eat me today. They gotta run back in them holes them come from. Cause I ain't afraid to talk neither. Just like those poets. You understand? We can bring balance. We need a balanced conversation when it comes between male and female. That's what I told my friend this morning. We need balanced conversations when it comes to the sexes. We don't need one-sided conversations where women speaking from her, and where men speaking from her, because they're both sexes have her in them. Little boys just get trouble too, not only little girls. Okay. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it not be altered, that Vashti come no more before the king Ahasuerus, and let the king give royal estate unto another that is better than she. And when the king decree which he shall make shall be published through all his empire, for it is great, all the wives shall give to their husband honor, both to great and what? Small. Both to great and what? Small. Let me get out of here quick. We already know what happened to Queen Vashti, and she behind. We already know what happened to Queen Vashti, and she behind. She behind. I don't know if it's a black or red or green, but we already know what happened to Vashti. You know what happened to Vashti? She gets she tail tacked down for being a disrespectful brute. And we walking about in a society today with women that are some disrespectful brutes. You understand what we're trying to show you? Check it now, right? We got a deal like Father's Day. And you got women that have the audacity to come and say, you know what? Them is fathers too. Listen to me, I don't care how much you take care of your children, you can't be a damn father. Listen to me. I don't speak as one, put on my glasses. I do not speak as one that don't have children. In fact, I don't speak as one that don't know what I'm talking about. I got 3 daughters. I won't hear to any of them daughters to go missing, or to be kidnapped, or to be molested. I don't speak as one that molests my daughters. No way. No way. If I want sex, I will go to my wife or look for a woman. But I ain't go to my daughters to molest them. He's a madman. He's a madman. They got enough women out there that a man, if you can't get, if you feel horny, you gonna pay for some? Huh? You mean you gotta take advantage of a little girl? It's ridiculous. They got Bushel for them purposes. They got the strip club for them purposes. Why can I talk about these things? Because I was an ex-rude boy. I know about that kind of life, though. You're talking about? I had experiences, man. There's places you can go and get a release. You don't have to get your release off a little girl, though. So I agree with that part. You understand? And if you realize, they're talking about women who have encouraged that. Women is who's encouraged the behavior. If you could fix women, you will fix half the problems in society. Number 1 problem women got Women don't choose proper partners neither. We got a situation not far from us in America where women saying they love prisoners. It's to say that you love a prisoner before a good man. You look and the decree was given for great and to small. You got women saying, it's the women that talking this rhetoric, not the men. It's women that talking this rhetoric, stupidness. Not men. I come and I come for. I don't play around because I want these men that can talk and get frightened when women start talking. I can bring my points, and I'm friend for not Beehive at all. You understand? I got 3 daughters to look after, and I want to look after their 3 daughters myself. I want to provide for their 3 daughters and a son, and I got a wife to look after. You understand? So I come in from a place of a man that's a single man that running about the place. And I want one of the women to know that ain't every man out there that doing that either. So how could you come and paint everybody with the same brush? And I'm not talking about the poets here. I'm generalizing. It was a good presentation and it was a good way to bring awareness to what's going on in Barbados. We are not a community anymore. We are no longer a community. We's every man for ourselves. That's why things keep on happening to us, and that's why I got this show called Unplugged. That's what God gave me this for. Unplugged ministries, because people need to be unplugged. And that's why I'm not a traditional pastor. I am not dealing with the traditions at all. I come to fix the problems of the black man. And the first thing we got to start glamorizing is ghetto behavior. Toxic ghetto behavior that women can't seem to get enough of. The problem lies within the woman sometimes. You understand me? Why you gonna create a situation with a man that can get the dodge? When they got so much good men out here that you can choose from. Sometimes women got 4 or 5 suitors at one time. You mean you can't choose no better? Then you come out here and when the shit hit the fan, you blame all the damn men for your bad choices. We start to talk about these things too. Nobody don't want to speak about them there. Frightened? I am frightened. I fear for my children. I fear for my wife. But you see myself, I fear not. I don't want them to go hungry because of nothing I said. I don't want them to be victimized because of nothing I said. You understand what I show you? But for myself, anything can happen. You understand what I show you? Anything can happen. Because I don't fear nobody. I open my big mouth when I see stupidness. You understand me? And I hear stupidness. You see American culture. We like that culture so much that we haven't even separated ourselves. We watch TikToks with women talking about they can't bring a man a plate. When I ever see any TikToks? We got women disrespecting Martin Luther King. Talking about he's not a good man because he had an affair with a woman. All of these things, I watch coming out of that country. They don't say that. They don't come out and say it. These women come out and say they're rather prisoners. It's all about the thrill for them. So if it's all about the thrill for them and good men are boring, good men are boring, godly men are boring, why should you complain after you don't choose a man that don't want children, that's stupid in the first place? You shouldn't complain. You should take what you get. That's why, sir. You see me, I can tell my daughters that, you know. I only tell them when I saw. I can tell my, anytime my daughters gets a bewitched to come and bring one man at me that I could see from a mile off that them ain't going to be with. I ain't even looking at them there, man. Huh? They got three. They got three. And then going, I got men, I got more than me. And I support all three. All three. I support by the hook or the crook. I support. I don't foresee it. And you know the lady talk back sent me tell me, they're not talking about you, Irving. I know when they're talking about me because I don't do half of the things that I want to talk about in there. But you know why wanna go get some smoke? Cause every day when one of women is get and choose these men that is do these things. And that's when wanna go get smoke for. Because when they choose these idiots over good men. Huh? When they don't want the good man. When they want a man with the pants all up on his behind. Huh? Huh? Sure know he buttocks and he boxer. Huh? And when he don't support each other, you know, and he go back up on the block and do what he feel like doing, you understand me? You coming and condemning all men, oh men is dogs and oh men is this and all men is that. That will tell you come like a wasp when they behave. It come like a wasp. Because anything that put out by females have to be balanced. I do not support the manosphere. I do not support the no bashing or no sexes. We have to have balanced conversations. Conversations which include a middle ground. We got to address these things spiritually. That's what needs to happen. It got to be addressed spiritually. And we're not trying to do it in the natural, but when it ain't gonna win it in the natural, the fight must be won in the spirit before it go to the natural. You understand with me? So stop talking as though women are not guilty. If you it's not listen, somebody hush money. Oh Lord. Men is get hush money. Men don't get a damn hush money. Hush money for doing what? Women is who's get hush money. So you trying to tell me you choose that over your children? That's bad. That's how bad we have gotten as a society. You're no longer a community. Barbados, we are no longer a community of people that care about one another. Yes, we are every man for himself. Every Bajan for himself. That's what it is. Every Bajan for himself. Which even in church, we in a community. You would think that we is a community in church. We in a community in church neither. You could got problems in church, and you may go and ask a pastor and he deny you. Somebody look, that ain't problem, pray. You can imagine that. That ain't problem, pray. No. I ain't obligated to help you. Pray. That's following Jesus. But it's a serious thing. It's a serious thing. I just hope that everything that I've done today do properly, you know? Because I'm still trying to get my computer to work at optimum, you know? But eventually these videos are going to get better. Because as I continue to learn the software, they're going to get more and more better. And they can get more better. You understand what I mean? But today I chose to talk to the Beehive. To the Beehive. The Beehive got to be more, have to become better. Women got, you see what those two young ladies did, they held women accountable for some of the actions. Because you know why? They would not have talked about hush money. They're not talking about males, talking about females. And I applaud it. That was good poetry. I applaud it. At first, it was the Paul Botic, but because I thought it was another tongue lashing for males. But as I listen, ow, ow, ow. As I listen more carefully, and as I took in the content, I realized, I understood what they were trying to say. You become a society that promotes nothing but evil. Nothing but evil we promote on the radio, on the TV, everywhere around us. Evil, and we laugh at it. We prefer to laugh at one another than to help one another. That is Bajan culture now. You understand? I tell you, we are not community no more. Black people, we have lost the sense of the village. You know why? And just like Zarsus or whoever the king of Persia, there's some communities that function this way. Let me bring this last point. Check out their function. From the time there's a violation within that community, that person get outcast, Indian communities are like that. You violate the traditions, you get your tail put out. Chinese are like that. But the only race, take off my glasses so you can see my eyes, that does not seem to get it is us. We allow any and everything to spoil our culture. To spoil it. We is the dumping ground. We have become the dumping ground of shit. That's what we have become. The dumping ground of shit. Everything from the toilet we accept here in our community. That's why it's so bad. We allow songs of murder on the radio. We play them. We got Bajans singing them now. Huh? Imagine that. Yeah, it ain't supposed to be done about that. But when it gets so bad, when it gets so bad, you know what we're gonna do then? When it gets so bad, we can cry out and say, "Oh Lord, look what happening." But every day, we should be making moves towards creating a better Barbados than what it is now. We should not be waiting for things to get bad for them to say, oh Lord. When we watching the decline, the moral decline, the moral decay every single day. Come on, man. We watching that moral decay and decline every single day in society. You understand me? And it ain't only women that bad, it's the men too. Because it's both of them. That's what I started by saying we have to have a balanced conversation. We can't have a conversation that demonizes only men. We can't have a conversation that demonizes only women. We gotta have a conversation that holds both sexes accountable. That's what we have to have. A conversation that holds both sexes accountable for their actions. We got to become a community again, and we got to, some of these things that we are allowing to be dumped on us, we have to be stand up at his wrist and say, no, we don't accept this. I ain't hearing music on the radio talking about kill white man. I ain't seeing music on the radio talking about killing Indians. I ain't hearing music on the radio. We got all the different races living here, and they been promoting that kind of music. They been behaving like we. So what happened? It shows what we like. What we like. This is what we like. We like this. We like the toxic. We like the toxic. But when the toxic bring the results it bring, then everybody just get But anyway, I can finish my broadcast now. This is Minister Denny. And before I leave, I'll have a short prayer. This was online church today at the House of Nazareth. And this is Unplugged Ministries. And I'm ready to lift off to the Beehive. I hope that my lift off would be would be safe, because I know the bees, if they see this video, some of them gonna be coming at me. Yeah, that's my friend there. She is messaging me more information. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. She's making me smarter. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. She's making my dreams come possible by giving me good information to work with on my podcast. So, Father, in the name of Jesus, I've said a lot of has came out to my mouth. Father, may we continue to submit ourselves to you. May the word of the Lord that came to me, may it go out and touch those who it needs to be touched, and move those who it needs to be moved. We need to become a better community, Father. We, the black community, we need to become better. Father, I pray for the black nations all over the Caribbean and in the Americas and in Africa. Father, I lift them up before you. And I pray that we become a community again, a household of people that care about each other. Because what we are seeing now is people who do not care two bits about people. Father, as this word go, I hope that I have not disrupted the beehive too much and caused the bees to be angry with me. Not the bee LP, but the bees to be angered and frustrated by me, because I know how unaccountable these women can be at sometimes. I know firsthand how unaccountable they are. They don't want to be tested. But I'm a wasp. And I'm a wasp, and a wasp doesn't care about bees who are buzzing. We eat them. Father, in the name of Jesus, this is your host. Everybody, have a great Sunday. Have a wonderful Sunday. This is the end of my presentation. And I hope that you heard something that made sense to you, to your ears. Uh-huh. Alright, time to her now. Time back to her now. Start recording. No worry, one of these days they can get a fast computer and this thing can be much sweeter. Oh boy. Start recording. Yes. Bye bye for now.